Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Stryker versus Eastwood. I think we better get ready for a cranial conundrum. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game, Stryker versus Eastwood. Let's start off with our starting lineup. For Stryker, coached by Coach Yoder. In slot number 1, we have Hunter, a sophomore. In slot number 2, we have Matthias, a senior. And in slot number 3, we have Jesse, a junior. Now for Eastwood, led by Coach Smoyer. In slot number 1, we have Henry, a sophomore. In slot number 2, Avery, a senior. And in slot number 3, we have Colin, a junior. Welcome to all of our players and our coaches and our teams. This is BGSU Brain Game. Going to start things as we always do in the toss-up round. In this round, there are 10 questions. They are worth 10 points apiece. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can play a little bit looser on your buzzers. You may confer before buzzing in, not after, and you can steal, I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. Stryker, Eastwood, are you ready? You ready at home? I hope so, because here we go. Question number 1. Which simple machine uses a beam that rests on a pivot and multiplies the force applied by the ratio of the length that would be Stryker? Jesse?
Lever.
A lever is correct. What does the acronym IRS mean when referring to the government agency? That would be Eastwood. Colin?
Internal Revenue Service.
Correct. Mandated by Article 1, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution, this population count is conducted every 10. That would be Stryker. Matthias?
The census.
The census is correct. It's used to determine the state's number of U.S. representatives. Multiple choice. Identify the Gilbert Sullivan operatic work set in Venice that shares its name with the men who steer the long, narrow boats on the Venetian canals. Is it A, Pirates of Penzance, B, the Gondoliers? That would be Stryker. Jesse?
B.
Correct. A narrow strip of territory projecting from the main mass of a territory, one of the best known land masses of this sort in the U.S. is in Oklahoma. That would be Eastwood. Henry?
Panhandle.
Panhandle is correct. Formed through the cooling and solidification of magma or lava, this type of rock includes, that would be Stryker. Hunter?
Igneous.
Igneous is correct. Identify the 4-letter verb beginning with the letter P that means to become thin or weak through grief, pain, or longing, and is also the name of an evergreen tree. That would be Stryker. Matthias?
Pine.
Pine is correct. Math calculation here. If the scale of a map is 1 inch equals 150 miles, how far is it between two cities that are 2.5 inches apart on the map? That would be Stryker. Matthias?
300 miles.
Incorrect. Eastwood chance to steal. That would be Avery.
375.
375 is correct. Identify the South American nation that borders Panama, is home to the city of Cartagena, and whose capital is Bogota. Eastwood. Colin?
Colombia.
Colombia is correct. This independent Vermont senator is the longest-serving independent member of Congress. That would be Eastwood. Colin?
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders is correct. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our scores. I told you we'd have a conundrum. We are tied. Stryker and Eastwood both at 50 points, but we're just getting started. Stick around. The risk and reward round is coming up next. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Stryker 50, Eastwood 50 points. We are tied. We have some new players coming on board. For Stryker in slot number 2, we have Aaron, a freshman. For Eastwood in slot number 1, we have Joshua, a senior, and in slot number 2, Gabe, a junior. Welcome to our team, new team players as well as returning players from last round. This is the risk and reward round. Both teams are going to get the same 9 questions. There were 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. 10th question is our risk and reward question. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments based upon a topic that we give you. You get that question right, you get the bonus points. You get it wrong or a non-answer, then that's negative points. However, if you don't like the topic, you can simply pass. Now, we had a coin toss at the beginning of this round since we were tied, and Stryker has won that coin toss. They are sticking around. Eastwood, you're off to isolation. See you later. All right, Stryker, are you ready for your risk and reward round? I think they say yay. All right, here we go. Located at New Haven, Connecticut, this third oldest university is the third oldest university in the country is one of the 8 Ivy League schools. Identify this college whose mascot is the bulldog named Handsome Dan. Time. Yale University is what we were looking for there. Also known as the National Road, this road was built between 1811 and 1838 in America. It has its origin in Maryland and traverses Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Indiana before it ends in Illinois. Name it. That would be Jesse.
Route 66.
Incorrect. Cumberland Road is what we needed there. When a former prisoner works back into the fabric of society and then relapses into a habitual or chronic antisocial behavior, this term is recidivism. Spell recidivism. That would be Jesse.
R-E-C-I-T-I-V-I-Z-E.
Incorrect. R-E-C-I-D-I-V-I-S-M. In which battle of the Second Punic War were Hannibal's forces defeated by the Roman army led by Scipio Africanus in 202 BC? Is it the Battle of Zama or the Battle of Carthage? That would be Jesse.
B.
Incorrect. Battle of Zama. Battle of Zama. Good try, though. These warships of ancient Greece and Rome appeared around the second half of the second millennium BC and were later called triremes by the Romans. Identify the name for this style of ship that in present-day language refers to the kitchen area of a vessel. Time. They're known as galleys. In the Roman monarchy and republic, what title was held by any of the various elected officials whose job was to protect the plebeian citizen from arbitrary action by the Senate or patrician magistrates? Is it a senator or a tribune? That would be Jesse.
Tribune.
Tribune is correct. In addition to his fondness for mathematics, this ancient mathematician who lived around 500 BC also loved music. Identify this man after whom a well-known theorem for finding the side lengths, that would be Aaron.
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras is correct. Multiple choice. What queen was the teller of the tales in the Arabian Nights collection of folk tales? Was it A, Fatima, B, Jasmine, or C, Scheherazade? That would be Stryker. Jesse.
Scheherazade.
Correct. When a person is elected to the office of President of the United States, they are required to make a special promise. What is this promise called?
Oath, right? Oath, just ring an oath.
I'm sorry, not in time. The presidential oath. Risk and reward time. U.S. presidential elections is the topic. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can simply pass. Stryker, what do you think?
Might as well go for like 5 points.
I'm going for 5 points too.
Yeah, 5.
5 points. 5 points it is on U.S. presidential elections. Give the year of the 20th century U.S. presidential election that saw a non-Democrat or Republican finish in second place and in which all 48 of the contiguous states cast votes in the Electoral College for the first time. Hint, Theodore Roosevelt was the second place winner?
1925.
64.
Time, 1912 is what we needed there, 1912. That is the end of the risk and reward round for you, Strikers. Now time to clear your score. It's now time for you to head off right here behind me and go to isolation. All right, let's bring back in Eastwood. Come on in, Eastwood. Welcome back, Eastwood. I hope isolation was everything you hoped it would be and more. You guys ready for your risk and reward round?
Yes, we are.
Here we go. Located at New Haven, Connecticut, this third oldest university in the country is one of the 8 Ivy League schools. Identify this college whose mascot is the bulldog named Handsome Dan.
Go for it, man.
Time, Yale University. Also known as the National Road, this road was built between 1811 and 1838 in America. It has its origin in Maryland and traverses Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Indiana before it ends in Illinois. Name it. Cumberland Road is what we were looking for there. When a former prisoner works back into the fabric of society and then relapses into habitual or chronic antisocial behavior, it is termed recidivism. Spell recidivism. That would be Joshua.
R-E-S-I-T-I-V-I-S-I-S-M.
Incorrect. R-E-C-I-D-I-V-I-S-M. In which battle of the Second Punic War were Hannibal's forces defeated by the Roman army led by Scipio Africanus in 202 BC? Is it the Battle of Zama or the Battle of Carthage? That would be Colin.
Battle of Zama.
Correct. These warships of ancient Greece and Rome appeared around the second half of the second millennium BC and were later called triremes by the Romans. Identify the name for this style of ship that in present-day language refers to the kitchen area of a vessel. In time? In time, that would be Colin.
Mess.
Incorrect. Galley. You were on the right track, though. In the Roman monarchy and republic, what title was held by any of the various elected officials whose job was to protect the plebeian citizen from arbitrary action by the Senate or patrician magistrates? Is it a senator or a tribune? That would be Colin.
Tribune.
Tribune is correct. In addition to his fondness for mathematics, this ancient mathematician who lived around 500 BC also loved music. Identify this man after whom a well-known theorem for finding the side lengths, that would be Joshua.
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras is correct. Multiple choice. What queen was the teller of the tales in the Arabian Nights collection of folk tales? Was it A, Fatima, B, Jasmine, or C, Sherazade? That would be Colin.
Sherazade.
Correct. When a person is elected to the office of President of the United States, they are required to make a special promise. What is this promise called? That would be Colin.
State of the Union address.
Incorrect. Presidential oath is what we needed there. Risk and reward time. Speaking of presidents, it is presidential elections. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments or
A little bit of science, and he knows a lot
pass.
about stuff.
Do we think 15, maybe?
I'm thinking 15. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go
chill with
15.
15.
We'll go 15.
15? 15 points it is. U.S. presidential elections. Give the year of the 20th century U.S. presidential election that saw a non-Democrat or Republican finish in second place, and in which all 48 of the contiguous states cast votes in the Electoral College for the first time. Hint, Theodore Roosevelt was the second place winner. That would be Colin.
1912.
1912 is right. You get the bonus points, and that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It's now time to clear our scores, and let's bring back in Stryker. Welcome back to Stryker. Let's take a look to see where our teams stand. Eastwood stands at 105 points. Stryker stands at 75 points. It's still a very, very close competition indeed. Things are going to start heating up, though, because category round is coming up next. Questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 points. Deductions are going to start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Stryker 75, Eastwood 105. As we get ready to go to our category round. Before we do that, though, we have some new and returning players for Stryker. In slot number 1, we have Braxton, and Braxton is a sophomore. Returning in slot number 2 is Matthias, and for Eastwood, returning in slot number 2 is Avery. Welcome back to our returning players and to our new player, Braxton. This is the category round. There are 6 categories to choose from. Questions were 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, but I must warn you, oh yes, deductions start now. If you go for 15, you are risking 15 points, but there is a double or nothing hiding in there. Could be a game changer. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Stryker, since you're at 75, you get to make the first selection.
Let's do medical for 20.
Medical for 20 points. Identify the meaning of each medical suffix based on the suffix and the given clue. These suffixes do not reference a body part. Plasty, verb as in rhinoplasty. That would be Stryker. Jesse.
Reshaping something.
Reshaping something. We will accept that, yes. Stryker still in control.
What are you eating, 15?
What are you eating for 15 points? I will give you the name of an international food. You reply with the English translation. Wiener Schnitzel. In time, that would be Stryker. Matthias.
Fried pork?
Fried pork. I am sorry. No. Eastwood, chance to steal. Time. Veal cutlets is what we needed there. Stryker still in control.
Medical for 15.
Medical for 15 points. Ectomy, verb or noun as in tonsillectomy. That would be Eastwood. Joshua.
To remove.
To remove is correct. Eastwood in control.
Medical suffixes 25.
Medical suffixes for 25 points. Algia, noun as in neuralgia. That would be Eastwood. Avery.
Pain.
Pain, yes, pain. Eastwood in control.
Special numbers 20, please.
Special numbers for 20 points. What number do you get when you add the number of weeks in a year with the total number of days in a leap year? That would be Stryker. Matthias.
418.
418 is correct. Stryker takes control.
Let's go, where is it for 15?
Where is it for 15 points? Name the city, state, country, or specific location of the items described, and this is our double or nothing question. In what country is the Cape of Good Hope? That would be Eastwood. Colin.
South Africa.
South Africa is correct. Double the points for you and control.
Where is it 20?
Where is it for 20 points? In what city is the Wailing Wall? Stryker. Matthias.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is correct. Stryker takes control.
Where is it, 25?
Where is it now for 25 points? In what ocean is the Sargasso Sea? That would be Stryker. Jesse.
Atlantic.
Correct. Stryker in control.
Where is it for 30?
Where is it now for 30 points? In what country is Hagia Sophia? That would be Eastwood. Colin.
Turkey.
Turkey is correct, and control goes back to Eastwood.
Finish, where is it?
Where is it for 10? What state is home to Mount Rainier? That would be Stryker. Matthias.
Washington.
Washington is correct. Stryker takes back control. Back and forth, back and forth.
Special numbers for 25.
Special numbers for 25 points. The Gettysburg Address begins 77 years ago. How many years? That would be Eastwood. Colin.
84.
Incorrect. How many years? That would be Stryker. Matthias.
47.
Incorrect. 87. 87. 87. Stryker in control.
Medical for 10.
Medical for 10. Oma, as in noun, as in lipoma. That would be Eastwood. Joshua.
A growth.
We will accept growth. Yes, a growth or a tumor. Eastwood in control.
Medical suffixes for 30.
Medical suffixes for 30 points. Phasia, verb as in dysphagia or dysphagia. That would be Eastwood, Joshua.
To do with movement.
Say again?
To do with movement.
To do with movement. No, I'm sorry. Stryker, that would be Jesse.
Sight.
Sight is not correct. I'm sorry. Swallow is what we needed there. Swallow. Eastwood in control.
Special numbers 15, please.
Special numbers for 15 points. Numerical ratio that indicates perfect vision. That would be Eastwood, Joshua.
20/20.
20/20 is correct. Eastwood in control.
Special numbers for 10.
Special numbers now for 10 points. Number of events in a decathlon. That would be Eastwood, Joshua.
10.
10 is correct. In control is Eastwood.
Special numbers for 30.
Special numbers now for 30 points. Number of pints of blood in the human body. End of round. Sorry, no time. 8 to 10 is what we were looking for there. Let's take a look at our score. We have Stryker currently at 100, and in the lead with 185 is Eastwood, but it is still anybody's game because the Brainstorm round is coming up next. Questions worth 20 points apiece, negative 20 for an incorrect answer. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Stryker 100, Eastwood 185. Before we begin our next round, let's welcome back for Stryker in slot number 1. Let's welcome back Hunter, and Eastwood in slot number 2. Let's welcome back Justin. Welcome back to those players and our players from the last round. This is all the marbles. This is the Brainstorm round. Questions in this round are worth 20 points apiece, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. Timed round. Anybody's game. Starts right now. An entomologist studies what? That would be Stryker. Matthias.
Bugs.
Bugs, correct. What is the capital of Pakistan? Eastwood. Colin.
Islamabad?
We cannot accept that. Islamabad. On the visible spectrum, what is the longest wavelength color? That would be Stryker. Jesse.
Red.
Red is correct. What NFL team plays its home games at Acrisure Stadium, formerly known as Heinz Field? Time. The Pittsburgh Steelers. What is the capital of Jamaica? Time. Kingston. Who was the Roman king of gods? That would be Eastwood. Colin.
Zeus.
Incorrect. Jupiter is what we needed there. Jupiter. Adjective that describes polygons of exact same size and shape. That would be Eastwood. Joshua.
Similar.
Say again.
Congruent.
What? He said similar first. Sorry, we got to do incorrect on that. Whose stock market ticker symbol is PEP? Time. PepsiCo. Of which Canadian province is Toronto the capital? It is located north. That would be Stryker. Jesse.
Ontario.
Ontario is correct. Which U.S. president was in office during the Battle of the Alamo? Time. Andrew Jackson. Who was Ronald Reagan's vice president? Time. George H.W. Bush. Fortunato and Montresor are characters found in which Poe short story? That would be Stryker. Jesse.
The Castle of Amontillado.
Correct. What is the largest group of vertebrates? That would be Stryker. Jesse.
Mammals.
Incorrect. Fish. This unit of energy is equal to 1.06 times 10 to the third joules. This unit can be abbreviated BTU. For what does BTU stand? British Thermal Unit. Whodunit? What type of animal was responsible? End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Eastwood 125, and our winner with 160 is Stryker. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. The spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come out, meet in the middle, shake hands. We'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. Everyone come out, get some TV time.